The Supreme Court is the highest court in the nation, but less than half of Americans agree with the decisions the justices have recently made.
News 8 Now's Dua Israr spoke to the director of the Marquette Law School poll, who says the court has become more political than it was in previous years.
Amy and Ken, Charles Franklin has been conducting the Marquette Law School poll for the past 10 years. He says the court has rarely ever fallen under the 50% approval mark. Until now, in March, 54% of Americans approved of the U.S. Supreme Court. But in 4 months, the court's approval rate fell by 16%. Now, only 38% of the country says it backs the court's decisions. Franklin says one clear indicator for the decrease in the public opinion is the court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. 89% of the participants in the national poll say they disapprove of the ruling. Franklin says the declining approval rates for the court is historic.
Really is striking, and it takes the court well below what I would say the historical positive view of the court has been, to now see the court with approval ratings just about the same as President Biden has right now.
Franklin says the court's ideological standing has also shifted. In 2019, 50% of Americans called the Supreme Court moderate. Now, only 21% of the people believe it is still moderate, and more than half of the nation believes the courts are motivated by politics rather than the law. Franklin says public view of the courts will have an impact on the upcoming midterm elections. He says the fate of Roe v. Wade rests on state legislators, who will be decided by Americans at the polls come November.
All right, thank you, Dua. I know that poll was conducted between July 5th and the 12th, again, right after the Roe ruling.
That's right. And Marquette Law School will be releasing another poll tomorrow about how the court's decision will affect the midterm election.